So next, we'll talk about variables in C#. First, let's define what variables are. In programming, a variable is the container or box where you can store values. So if you want to save a number, text, or even true or false values, you use variables. There are different types of variable in C#. First is int. Int is for storing whole numbers like 5, 10, or even negative numbers like -3. Second is double. This is for storing numbers like decimals like 3.14, 19.99, 99.99. So, next is yung char or character. It is used for single character like A, B, or even as special characters like hashtags. Remember, we put it in single quotes. Next is yung string. String is for storing text or a bunch of characters like hello, good morning, or goodbye. Yung string is nag-i-store ng mga words na. So, remember, yung string ay nakalagay din sa quote, pero double quotes. Next is yung bool. Bool is a special one that can either be true or false. So, how do we declare or create variables in C#? To create a variable, we need to say what type of value we want to store. Give the variable a name and assign it a value. For example, if you want to create a variable to store your name as text, you can do it like this. Here, name is the variable and it stores the value Erlinda. The console.writeLine is just a way to display the value of variable on the screen. If you want to store a number instead, like 15, 20, or what, you can use the int type, like this. And if you want to declare a variable without giving it a value right away, you can do this. You can also change the value of variables anytime. For example, if you want to change the value of my num from 15 to 20, you just do this. Now, if you don't want your variable's value to change, you can make it constant by adding the const keywords. This means once you set the value, it cannot be changed. Here's an example. So, if you try to change it, you'll get an error. Let's say you want to combine text and a variable. For example, if you want to say hello to Erlinda using the name variable we declared earlier, you can do it like this. We can also combine two variables like this. And if you want to add numbers like adding 5 and 6, you can simply do this. You can also declare multiple variables in one line. For example, or assign the same value to multiple variables like this. In C#, variables must have unique names. We call these identifiers. A good practice is to use descriptive names so your code is easy to understand. For example, but something like this is not as clear. Remember these rules. Names can only have letters, numbers, and underscore. They can start with a number. They must start with a letter or underscore and cannot have spaces. They are case sensitive, so this and this are different. So, what are the common data type in C#? We have int for whole numbers equals to 4 bytes, doubles for decimal numbers equal to 8 bytes, character for single characters equals to 2 bytes, string for text equals to 2 bytes per character, bool for true or false values, 1 byte. We have two groups of numeric types. One is integer types. Stores whole number like int and long. Second is yung floating point types. It stores decimal numbers like float and double. If you need to store very large numbers, use long. If you need to precision for decimal places, use double. You can also store scientific numbers. For example, 35E3 means 35 times 10 to the power of 3, or 35,000. You can declare it like this. So again, variables are essential in programming because they store data that your programs use. By understanding the different types of variables, you can manage your data properly. Always remember to name your variables clearly and use the correct data type.